So you've had a moment to get into a comfortable seat, but if you need an extra moment or two, feel free to take it. We're going to take some gentle movements with the spine to begin. First, we'll start with forwards and backwards. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine, reach the crown tall. And as you exhale, tip forwards like you're doing a forward fold. Use your hands on your legs and inhale to come back up with that long spine. And exhale to fold forward, just sort of loosening up the joints. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Using your hands to lift yourself back up so that your low back doesn't need to do too much work. Exhale to come forwards. Take one more round. And the next time you inhale, come back up to center. Bring the right hand across the body towards the left side, maybe your thigh, maybe your knee. Bring the left hand behind you. Maybe it's on your hip. And just gently twist towards the left. Option to look over the left shoulder. Option to look over the right shoulder. If you're looking over the right shoulder, maybe you lower the chin a little bit and get a little bit of a neck stretch here. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Coming back to center, switch sides. Left hand will go over towards the right. Right hand behind you or on the hip. Inhale for length and exhale to twist. Don't let this be your deepest twist. Find somewhere where you can breathe. Either looking over the right shoulder for the full twist or maybe the left shoulder for a little neck stretch. And again, if you're looking over the left shoulder, maybe bring the chin down slightly. One more slow breath here. As you inhale, come back to center. And again, bring the right hand across to the left. Hold on to your thigh or wherever it can reach. You can lean over to the side a little bit to help reach the left arm out towards the side, and then inhale to reach it up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take a little side bend. A little goes a long way. Press the left sitting bone down. Maybe look up towards the top hand. Maybe you look straight forwards. Let the head and neck be a little bit looser. And as you inhale, come back up to center and switch sides. Left hand crosses, right arm out to the side. Inhale to lift up. And exhale, hinge towards the side. Again, any head variation here. Try to let the neck muscles release. On your next inhale, come back up to center. And now bring the hands outside the hips and tent the hands, so just fingertips on the floor or on whatever you're sitting on. And then gently press into the hands, roll the elbows back so you're opening the collarbones. Notice how when you do that, for many of us, the low ribs, the solar plexus likes to come forwards. Can you soften there and lift the top of the sternum up towards the chin? Lengthen the spine up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to release the hands in a moment, but see if you can keep this lift in the chest. Almost like your rib cage is like a balloon floating up out of the hips. When you're ready, slowly release the hands and bring the hands towards the legs. Maybe palms up, maybe palms down. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. You might feel like the elbows sort of pull down towards the hips. Relax the muscles of the face. Maybe close the eyes. Now that we've created this lift in the chest, can you imagine sending more breath first into the chest and then into the belly? As you exhale, the belly will naturally help, will engage and draw in slightly. But as you inhale, see if you can release the belly, let it be soft. We'll take 3 breaths together here. When you're ready, exhale all the stale air out as you lengthen through the spine. Then inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, sigh. Inhale, nose. Exhale, sigh. Inhale, nose. Exhale, let it go. Let the lips gently touch, breathe in and out through the nose. And if the eyes are closed, start to blink them open a few times. And come onto your back. You can move your props out of the way. When you get onto your back, pull the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze, maybe rock side to side a few times. And from here, we're gonna lift the legs up towards the ceiling. They don't have to be straight. Flex the feet, point the feet, give them a little bit of movement, maybe rolling the ankles, rolling the feet. Feel your low back on the floor, feel the hips on the floor, and see if you can bring the low back away from the floor a little bit. So the hips are gonna tilt forwards. So just enough that you could maybe slide your hand underneath the back. Wherever the feet are, keep them there. As you inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, palms face each other. And then we did this last week. We're gonna open and close the hands pretty quickly. So almost like you're trying to give yourself a high five where your fingers are touching the palms. Open your hands really wide and then close them. Go twice as fast, unless you have arthritis or something that's hurting the hands. Maybe go 3 times as fast, open and close, open and close, open and close. Take a slow breath in. And exhale. Flex the wrists so that the palms face up towards the ceiling. And as you inhale, press the hands up, feel the shoulder blades spread apart and the shoulders move away from the mat, almost like you're trying to push something away from the face. As you exhale, pull the shoulders down, feel the arms inject into the shoulder sockets. Inhale, press up. Exhale, pull down. Keep moving with your breath. As you inhale, the arms lengthen out of the shoulder sockets. You might feel like the arms get a little bit longer. Try to keep that length even as you pull the shoulders down. The next time the shoulders come down, keep them here. Pull them down enough so that you feel like there's some space between the shoulder blades, just like there's that space in the low back where the low back peels away from the floor. See if you can create like a little valley between the shoulder blades underneath you. And when you're ready, keep that valley there. Keep the armpits really deep towards the floor. And then inhale, lift the arms in line with the ears. You don't have to go all the way there, but we're basically now in a downward facing dog shape, upside down. You might have the fingertips touching the floor. Press the wrists forwards away from you. Keep that little valley in the upper back, that space in the low back. Now maybe start to press through the heels. The legs might straighten a little bit more. Flex the pinky side edge of the foot towards the face. Slow breath in. Slow breath out, relaxing the low ribs. One more breath here. Breath out. Start to bring the hands in line with the hips. Plant the feet on the floor. We'll take a few rounds of bridge pose. Hold the outside edges of the mat or get the arms as close to the body as you can. Maybe tuck the shoulders underneath you a little bit more. And as you inhale, lift the hips, lift the low back, lift the mid back. As you exhale, lower mid back, low back, hips. Take a few rounds here. Pressing into the heels. You might even have the toes turned in just slightly. Relax the head and neck. Notice if the back of the head is really pressing down into the floor. Can you move more of that weight into the shoulders? The next time you lift, you could hold if you like, or you could keep moving with the breath. If you're holding, imagine you're pressing the front of the hips towards the kneecaps. Relaxing the throat, the head, the jaw. Slow breath in. Exhale, lower down onto your belly. Pull the knees into the chest again. Give them a squeeze. And then either roll up and down the spine, or you can roll to one side. Eventually press yourself up to Balasana, child's pose. For this child's pose, knees wide, big toes touch. Make it a relatively short child's pose. So the hips will be low, but the arms won't be reaching very far forwards. Press the inner hand down on the floor, the pointer finger ball mound. And imagine you could even lift the pinkies up off the floor. The pinky ball mound lifts. Press the hands away and see if you can find that engagement in the shoulders again, where the arms lengthen, but they pull back into the shoulder sockets, creating that little valley between the shoulder blades. Slow breath in. And as you exhale, reach the arms forwards a little bit more. You're coming a little deeper into your child's pose with really engaged arms. The shoulders are pulling back. The pointer fingers are pressing forwards. The pinky side edge of the hand is lifting up, spreading the fingers. Take one more breath here, and as you exhale, reach the arms forwards a little bit more. Maybe you're in your full extension. Try to keep the elbows lifted off the floor. And then completely release, child's pose. Take 3 more breaths into the back ribs, breathing into that space between the shoulder blades. Stay as long as you like. When you're ready, keep the hands and knees where they are, but come to a tabletop. So it'll be a longer tabletop. Your wrists and shoulders are in the same line, but your hips will be forwards of the knees. Now we're in this like low push-up position. Inhale, look forwards, pull the arms into the shoulder sockets. And as you exhale, shift back to child's pose again. Inhale, come back to that low push-up, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, child's pose. 2 more times. Inhale, shift forwards, look forwards, press that pointer finger down. Exhale, shift back. 1 more time. The next time you come to a tabletop, make it a real tabletop. So walk the hands back a little bit so the hands and shoulders are in the same line. Inhale to lift the right arm up towards the ceiling, take an open twist, and exhale, thread the arm underneath the left. Release the arm and the ear down to the floor. If the knees are sensitive, give them some extra cushion. One more deep breath here, breathing into those left side ribs. If you move the left hand, bring it in front of the nose, press down, and inhale, sweep that right arm up and open, that open twist. Exhale, lower the right hand, tabletop, other side. Inhale, sweep the left arm up, and exhale, thread it through. Take a few breaths here. Notice the difference between the sides. Breathe into those right side ribs. If the right hand moved, bring the right hand back in front of the nose. And then as you inhale, sweep the left arm open. Exhale, bring it back down. Downward facing dog, walk the hands, one hand print forwards. Keep pressing into the ball mound of the pointer finger, almost like you could lift that outer edge of the hand up. Tuck the toes, and for now, bring the knees together and the feet wide. That's how we'll enter this down dog. Then start to lift the knees, press the hands, lengthening the arms. As you pull the arms into the shoulder sockets, start to lift the hips up and back. It's okay if the knees start to move. They don't have to be straight. What you're looking for is that valley between the shoulder blades, space in the low back, relaxing the solar plexus. Don't let it fall forwards. Maybe you bend and straighten one leg at a time. And while you're bending and straightening, start to walk the feet towards the hands. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Head and neck heavy. Let the head hang. Generous bend in the knees. Maybe you bend and straighten the legs a few times. As you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, rise all the way up to stand. Reach the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. If you have a block, grab it. If you don't worry about it. You're going to try to bring the block between the thighs as high as you feel comfortable on its most narrow setting. And then try to walk the feet as close together as you can. If you don't have a block, just imagine you have a block between your thighs. See if you can imagine rolling the block backwards. So you're spinning the inner thighs back. You'll feel the weight move into your heels. You might lift the toes up off the floor. Keep lifting the kneecaps. Reach the arms down towards your sides. We're going to do some half sun salutations with the block. Keep the quads engaged, lifting the kneecaps up as much as you possibly can. When you're ready, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Keep pressing the block back, 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 back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, lower the arms. One more time. Inhale, block goes back, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up, reach up, look up. And exhale, lower the arms. You can remove the block, maybe keep it nearby. Okay, inhale, arms reach up. Imaginary block now between the thighs, rolling back. Exhale, forward fold. Send the block back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. Bring the right knee down. Low lunge, untuck the right toes. Look forwards. As you inhale, press into that left heel, lift the shoulders up, maybe reach the arms in line with the ears, maybe look up, stretching that right thigh. One more breath in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, knees up or down. Look forwards, inhale. Exhale, lower onto your belly or into chaturanga halfway. Inhale, little back bend, baby cobra. Feel that valley between the shoulder blades. And then exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose or anything in between. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, lift the left leg, maybe from table, maybe from downward facing dog. Exhale, step it between the hands. You can use your hand to help. Bring the back knee down. Plant down into your foundation, pressing into the earth. Look forwards. And inhale, lift the shoulders up. Maybe lift the arms. Slow breath in. As you exhale, hands come down. We're stepping to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Take your time. Lifting the back knee up as you step forwards. Let the head and neck go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Spin that imaginary block back. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. One more time like that. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift the kneecaps. Exhale, left foot steps back, low lunge. You can bring the back knee down. Inhale, look forward, look up, lift up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, knees up or down. Look forwards, inhale. Exhale, lower down, halfway or all the way. Elbows stay in. Find that valley in the upper back. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, lower down. Make your way to child's pose or downward facing dog. Any sort of inversion where the hips are higher than the head. As always, you can stay longer. You can add, you can subtract. Take one more breath here. And then as you inhale, lift the left leg. As you exhale, step it forwards between the hands. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, hands come down, step to the top of the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step. Halfway lift, inhale, spin that imaginary block. Exhale, forward fold, lifting the kneecaps. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, lower the hands, Tadasana. We'll do one round of like normal Surya Namaskar A. See if you can keep the feet closer together this time. Spinning the inner thighs back, weight in the heels. One breath per movement. Slow your breath down. Reach the arms to the sides. Exhale all the stale air out. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. Energy out the legs, out the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time. Back of the hips, lift up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, both feet step back to plank. Knees can come down. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, take a back bend. Strong legs, kneecaps lift. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose, or anything in between. If the wrists are feeling sensitive, you can always come to the elbows and the knees instead. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. You can always stay longer. Let your next exhale be deep and complete. And as you inhale, step both feet forward, halfway lift. Take your time. The slower you breathe, the more time you have. Exhale, forward fold, lift the kneecaps. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. And exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. Step the feet a little bit wider, hips width distance, spread the toes. Lift the kneecaps a lot. The more you lift the kneecaps and turn on the quads, the more space your hamstrings are going to have to release a little bit more. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, tip forward, you're going to reach for the big toes with your peace fingers, pointer finger, middle finger. You could bend the knees to get there. Once you have them, keep the thumbs tucked in. Start to press the weight into the heels as you lift the hips up a little bit more. Let the head and neck go. Lift the kneecaps. Relax the shoulders. Try to make that little valley between the shoulder blades again. That means you're pulling the arms back into the shoulder sockets. This is Padangusthasana. Finger to big toe pose. Take a moment here to notice that internal dialogue. Notice the sensations you feel, the work that you're doing in the legs. Let the abdomen soften. As always, you can stay longer. When you're ready, release your fingers, bring your hands to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. You can always bring the knee down, or maybe this time you keep it lifted. Look forwards for balance, press the feet down, and then inhale, lift the shoulders up. Now you're in Anjaneyasana. You can keep the hands on the hips with the elbows back. Sometimes that helps me remember to keep the tailbone tucking down. Maybe reach the arms forward, palms up, maybe arms in line with the ears. You can stay here, or you can take 4 reps of tapping the knee on the floor. So you'll inhale, stay lifted, and you'll exhale, bend the back knee, hover it off the floor, maybe tap it. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale, tap it. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tap. Again, inhale, lift. One more time. Exhale, tap. Bring the hands down. Bring the back knee down. Take a twist. Right hand plants down. Inhale, left arm lifts. Twisting towards the bent knee. You can stay. You can move with the breath. Pull the right hip back. On your next exhale, bring the left hand down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We're coming into warrior 3. Don't think about it too much. You're going to launch forwards. You can bring the hands to the hips. You can bring the thumbs to the sternum. You're going to float the back foot off the floor. You can always keep the hands down on the floor. Maybe you just bring one hand up, maybe the other hand. Try to keep the inner thigh of the right leg spinning up. Just like there's a block between the thighs, you're spinning the thighs back. Look as far forwards as you can. As you exhale, start to bring that leg down towards the floor. Don't let it touch. It's going to swing forwards, and you're going to try to lift up into a one-legged standing pose. You can always bring the foot down and then come all the way up to stand and then lift the knee, or you might swing it forwards. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale here. We're going to find eagle pose. Start to bring that knee on top of the other knee. You can bend into both knees now. Maybe you use your right foot like a little kickstand on the outside of the left foot. Try to sink the hips a little bit lower. Maybe you bring the thumbs to the sternum and press the hands together so you feel that valley between the shoulder blades. Maybe you tuck the foot again and find that double bind. If you have an arm variation, it'll be right under left here. Otherwise, just stay here. Slow breath in. Notice that inner dialogue. These poses are designed to throw you off balance. When you're ready, slowly start to lift up, unwind the legs, unwind the arms. Nice. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You're reaching for the toes again. Just 3 breaths here. Finding the toes, pressing the heels down, reaching the backs of the hips up, finding that depth in the arms, relaxing the head, the neck, the jaw. Let your exhale be deep and complete. Keep spinning the inner thighs back. Lift the kneecaps. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back with the left foot. Again, this time, maybe back knee comes down. Sides will be different. Look forwards for balance, press down. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Any arm variations, maybe hands stay on hips to help you press the hips forwards. Maybe thumbs to sternum, arms forward, arms up. You could stay here, or you can tap 4 times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap the knee. 2 more times. Inhaling to come up. As you exhale, hands frame the front foot. You can bring the back knee down. Left hand plants. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. If you had the back knee lifted on the last side, maybe you lift it on this side. If not, no big deal. Twisting here. Notice how that right knee likes to come out. We like to roll onto the right outer edge of the foot. Can you try to keep the whole foot down, the knee pulling in? Nice. You can stay longer. When you're ready, exhale, the right hand comes down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We are somehow going to come into warrior three. You can keep the hands down, walk the hands forward, start to step that left foot forwards. Come light on the left foot. Keep spinning the inner thigh up as you lift the leg. Maybe the arms lift, maybe just one hand floats. Strengthen that standing leg, pull the hip in. Bending into the right knee, slowly start to bring the left foot closer to the right foot. Maybe it comes all the way down to help you stand up. Maybe you come through and lift the knee into the chest as you come to stand. Take breaks when you need to. Straighten through that right leg. Press into the heel, lift the kneecap. Eagle pose. Start to cross the left knee on top of the right as you bend into the right knee. Use that left foot like a little kickstand if you need to. Thumbs to sternum. Sink the hips low, sink them back. Press the hands together. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze. Again, if you have another arm variation, you can always take it left under right. You want to find that double bind in the legs. You can try to bring the foot behind the calf. But the yoga police are not going to come get you if you don't try all of these things, so don't worry about it. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, slowly start to unwind the legs, unwind the arms. Tadasana. Notice the difference between the sides. Maybe close the eyes for a moment. Final vinyasa. You're welcome to skip when you're ready. Inhale, arms lift, gaze lifts. Exhale, forward fold, lifting the kneecaps as you bend forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, maybe you just walk back to downward facing dog, or maybe you take a little back bend in between. Reach the hips up and back, imagining you could press more weight into the feet. And when you're ready, bring the knees down. Come to a comfortable seat. Stretch the legs long. Janushirasana. Bend the right knee. Open the knee out to the side. You can always bring something under the knee if it's lifted up really high. Try to square the shoulders over the long leg. Lift the kneecap. Press the heel forward. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold over the long leg. It doesn't matter how far you get. Try to keep the engagement in the leg. It's really easy for us to sort of just like relax that left leg. But you can even move your hand to the kneecap. Make sure it doesn't move. Lift the kneecap up. Reach the heel forwards, but don't let it lift up off the floor if you're hypermobile. Head and neck heavy. Inhale to look towards the big toe. And exhale, lift the shoulders back up over the hips. Bring the right hand outside the right hip. Fingers point away from you. Reach the left arm forwards. And then inhale to sweep the arm up as you lift the hips. Lean back. Exhale, slowly lower the hips down. You can always stay longer if that feels good, but for some of us, it does not feel good on the knee. Help the knee up with the right hand, send the right leg long. Other side, bend the left knee opens. Sides will be different. See if you can square the shoulders over that long leg so it's a little twist. Lift the kneecap, press the leg down, send the heel forwards. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, tip forwards. Again, it doesn't matter how far you get. Try to relax the belly. Lift the kneecap, make sure it doesn't move when you try to wiggle it. Reach the heel forwards. Head and neck heavy. Breathe into the back ribs. On your next inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, unwind. Bring the left hand outside the left hip. Plant the hand. Reach the right arm forwards. And then as you inhale up, as you lift the hips, lean back, press the hips forwards. And exhale, lower the hips down. Help the knee back up. Plant both feet. We're coming down onto our back, so make sure you've got some room behind you. Inhale, reach the arms forward. And exhale, lower onto your back. Happy baby, pull the knees into the chest. Flex the feet, the bottoms of the feet up towards the ceiling. Maybe you hold the backs of the knees. Maybe you hold the ankles. You can snake the arms inside the knees to reach for the ankles. You might even hold the outside edges of the feet. You could rock side to side here. This can feel really good for some of us. And if not, you can always stay still. If you're looking for more sensation, try to bring the hips down to the floor, feeling the low back sort of press in and then peel away. Relax the jaw, notice where you're gripping. Slow down the breath. Accentuate the exhales. Pull the knees back into the chest. Supine twist. Let the knees fall to the right. Maybe you open the arms into a T or a cactus shape. You could look over the left shoulder for the full twist. Look over the right shoulder for a little neck stretch. Find a spot that feels juicy for you, where you can feel sensation without pain, discomfort that you can breathe through. Notice if there are any places in the body you feel like you could release a little bit more. Every 1% matters. Check the jaw, the space between the eyebrows. That left shoulder can feel tight here. Let your bones be heavy. And if you turn your head, start to look up towards the ceiling. And then inhale to pull the knees back to center. Even out the hips if they've moved. And exhale to the other side. Let the knees fall to the left. Again, maybe the arms are in a T or a cactus shape. Either look over the right or the left shoulder. Breathing into the sensation without attaching to it. Notice if that internal dialogue is any amount of judgment, any amount of analysis. Try to just collect data. Find things interesting. Practice curiosity. Let your bones be heavy. Let gravity do the work. Relax the jaw, the muscles of the face. You can always stay longer. When you're ready, look up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, move the knees back to center. Plant the feet. Maybe stay here, starting to set up for Shavasana. Maybe you stretch the legs one at a time. Let your feet open comfortably with the hips. Tuck the shoulders gently underneath you. Either let the arms open no more than 45 degrees away from the body, or bring the hands to the abdomen, to the chest. Maybe sigh out your next breath and release the jaw. Sink your weight into the floor. And like an egg cracking into a pan, allow your body to spread. For the next few moments, just relax, release, and let go. Shavasana. You can stay as long as you like. When you feel ready, allow your next inhale to be a little bit deeper. The one after that, a little deeper still. Allow the belly to soften and fill as you breathe. Invite some small movements into the body whenever you feel ready. Gradually let those movements grow. Eventually, maybe roll onto one side using your upper arm like a pillow, or any other little ritual you like to take at the end of Shavasana. And when you're ready, use your hands to press yourself up to a comfortable seat, letting your head be the last thing to lift. Make any adjustments to your seat that would make you feel more comfortable, more rooted on the sitting bones. A place in the low back where you can feel a little bit more lightness in the upper body. And then either close the eyes or just gaze forwards. Let your attention be open and wide. Let your face remain in Shavasana, soft, restful, inwards facing. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank your body for working for you. Gratitude for the practice, its lineage, all the benefits it brings. We'll close with 3 breaths together. When you're ready, let your exhale be deep and complete. Then inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, sigh. Slow breath in. Exhale, let it go. Last time together, inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much for coming.